Okay. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to our first PTA meeting for the school year 2024-2025. I'm so glad that you all are here. As you all fellowship and get some food, I would just like to say thank you for choosing Barnard Elementary School, where only the best is good enough. At this time, I would like to introduce you to my vice president. Well, in case you don't know who I am, I'm Siobhan Sanders. I'm your president, your PTA president. I've been a part of the, thank you, darling. I've been a part of the Barnard family since my triplets were in diapers, actually. For those who don't know, I'm naturally the mother of 7. A 27-year-old, an 18-year-old who just went off to college. I'm also a grandmother since last school year as well. Yes. Thank you. I have a sophomore in high school, a 6th grader, and 3 4th graders that are Barnard based. Okay. Now I would like for you all to meet my wonderful vice president.
Thank you, Ms. Sanders. Hi, everybody. I am Eliza Cava, the vice president. I am the parent of a 2nd grader and a kindergartner. And we love Barnard Elementary, and we're so proud of all of our bears. I'm also the sort of sometimes chair of the Family Engagement Committee. Y hablo español. Si hay que hablar con alguien en la Asociación de Padres y Maestros en español, por favor, venga a hablar conmigo. Quiero hablar con ustedes. So we work hard to make sure that our meetings are interpreted to Spanish, which is the #1 second language that is spoken in our school. And we always have lots of wonderful, I'll stop there. I'm really excited about making sure that we can interpret to our community. I'll turn it over to our treasurer, Tiffany Reed. Introducing yourself.
Oh, hi, everyone. My name is Tiffany Reed, and this is my 2nd year being treasurer. And I'm also the chair of the fundraising committee. So it's so great to be with you today. And we appreciate all of your support. And I want to echo my colleagues that we really appreciate you and everything that you do for our Barnard community. And thank you for being here tonight, especially in the rain and with all the responsibilities that we have.
Yeah, we have a secretary.
Everyone. Hi, my name is Liz Langton. I have a 1st grader here who's been here since pre-K3. And I'm just happy to be involved and to take some hopefully helpful notes. Thank you.
All right, at this time, I would like for each one of you to introduce yourself to the person next to you for a few moments. Thank you.
Ryan.
Meet you. It's so wonderful to meet you.
I'm going to get something.
Everyone. Thank you, everyone. We are a school community. It's wonderful to fellowship together. Ms. Sanders had to step out for a moment and asked me to be sure to introduce our committee chairs, the other members of the PTA board. Committee chairs who are here: Courtney, Alyssa, Wasima. Did I miss anyone? Please come on up and introduce yourselves. Come on. Are you committing to the yard sale committee for this year? I heard you say that.
What do you want us to do?
No, I said, oh,
I'm sorry. I did. I'm used to you being with me. Good evening, everyone. My name is Courtney Edwards. I have been connected to Barnard since I was 3 years old. I now have a 4th grader. My entire family were here, so we're fully, can you hear me now? My entire family were here, so we're fully invested in all of the things Barnard. I have a 4th grader here. His name is Micah. I actually went here with Coach Shay and Coach Shanice. We cheered together, and that was awesome. Yeah, so I'm the Teacher Appreciation Committee Chair. If you want to join the committee, please see me, the sign-in sheet. We're here to serve those who serve our kids. So let me know your ideas. If you are teaching and staff, if your parents that you want to join the committee, get a support. That's it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alyssa Michelson. I have a 3rd grader named Parker and a pre-K4 daughter named Willa. I am chairing the Root Parent Committee, which is kind of an extension of the Teacher Appreciation Committee. It's a very low time commitment, but a very high reward in terms of what it can contribute to the classroom community and the teachers at the school. I posted a few times, don't show this for posted on my behalf, and I'll be sending kind of one final plea later this week with the teachers that have not yet been, have not had volunteers for the root parents yet. So I'll be in touch with that information.
Hi, my name is Wasim McGarry. I have a pre-K 4-year-old, which is Leah Ann, and I also have a 1st grader who's Leah Marie. I am on the outside greenhouse committee, so if we need anyone who has green hands or just a helping hand, come on over and help me. The sign-up sheet is back there, and also come and talk to me. And that's all. Thank you.
We have also a committee whose chair is not here, and that is our playground committee. The playground committee is chaired by Rachel Redfern this year. Thank you, Rachel, for stepping up. And that's a group of parents who open the playground on weekend mornings, close it on weekend evenings, and monitor for trash and beautification and any other issues that might arise. So especially if you live really close to the school and you want the power of the gate code and the responsibility to take care of the playground for others, sign up for a rotation on the playground committee sheet. We have 2 other, what? Oh, Ryan is not a committee chair. He has a special assignment. Mr. Ryan Sherrill is our AV boss. And there actually is a sign-up sheet that has a couple of very specialized roles, like become the apprentice to the AV boss, for example, if that's exciting to you. So check out all the volunteer opportunities on the sign-up sheets at the back table. We also, Rachel chaired the yard sale last year and she's under pressure to do it again. But just in general about volunteer opportunities, you heard a few of them from the committee's chairs. I also chair the Family Engagement Committee. We have lots of different ways of trying to reach families. We run the newsletter, we hand out flyers to invite people to the PTA meetings. We sign up, we sell tickets for the Black History extravaganza and the holiday performance. So if you're excited about finding ways to engage with the broader school community, outside of an individual classroom, please sign up for the Family Engagement Committee. It's a real way to use your time, especially if you speak more than one language. So big pitch for that. And then Ms. Sanders is also the chair of the Events Committee. Do you want to talk about that a little?
Okay, I'm the chair of the events committee. And basically, I just kind of make it happen with all the events. They call on me and I just enjoy making it happen. So I know a lot of times volunteers ask me, what do you need help with? Okay. Majority of the things I have it covered, but a lot of the things that I need help with is like decorating for sure. And a lot of the things dealing with like your hands, decorating. That's pretty much it. Pretty much it, and I'll let you know if there's anything else. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tiffany Reed. I'm back again. I am the fundraising chair, and I think we need folks to help fundraise. And so it would be great for you to join my committee. I am a fundraiser during the day. I get paid to fundraise for nonprofits, so that's how I got the job here. Don't let that intimidate you, because I need help. And we're always looking for new ways to fundraise. So in working with last year's committee, there were a bunch of new ways that we started to fundraise that I didn't even know about. So we need your skills, we need your ideas. We're open to any way that we can bring in money, and we need money. So we have a couple different ways that we do bring in money. Some of them are from different fundraisers with like corporate sponsorships, for instance. We have a relationship with Do Good Popcorn now, so we've done some popcorn fundraisers. We also ask friends and family for donations as well. So we do individual donor fundraising. And there's also other events, as Eliza said, that we use to fundraise, and that I think there's more opportunity for us to leverage things like our 365 Live History performance in the community, our holiday show, other ways that we can bring in revenue for the school. So if you have ideas, let us know. We also sell t-shirts, we sell memberships, all of it. So come see me if you have ideas. We meet usually at my house once a month. So we'd love to have you. Thank you.
These are our upcoming announcements. The first on the agenda, the junior scores have their first soccer game tomorrow against Bancroft. And I do believe we'll bring the win home for sure. Let's go junior scores. It's part of our season. I'm super excited. I still have my voice at the moment. Also, this upcoming Thursday at 7:30 a.m. is our LSAT meeting. Community members are allowed to join via Zoom if you would like to get all the happenings of our school and budgeting at a school-wide level. Also, this Friday from 10 until 1 p.m. is our grandparents picnic. So the grandparents you can bring whatever you like, whatever dish is dear to your family, enough for just you and your grandchild, or enough to share if you would like. The decorum is all white if you would like to follow that en blanc like last year as well. Also, pastries with the principal is Wednesday, September 25th at 9:30 a.m. Perfect attendance dance, that's gone. Friday, September 27th at 2:45 p.m. There's no school, October 10th, that's my birthday. Thank you. And October 11th, there's no school as well. Also, this is also Hispanic Heritage Month. And generally at the end of the month, we have a huge celebration. Each Friday, we celebrate outside with music in the morning to celebrate all of our Hispanic heritage. Okay, so we have a special guest in the house tonight. She provides before and after care, and also she has a summer camp. So Ms. Raven Granville, she is available during days when DC Public Schools is closed, and I will also let her give you all of the information. Can we welcome her, please? Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Hello, Barnard family. Yes, I can. I'm sorry, so used to just moving around. Thank you all again for having us here. I won't take too much of your time. Let's just give you a little bit of information about programs. So we are a club-based program. We focus on the holistic well-being of your children. And we do that through all of our clubs. We like to bridge the gap between academic and recreational activities. So what that looks like is doing reading and math clubs where we are teaching them how to read, how to do Eureka math, which that's a little foreign to us, right? Because we didn't have Eureka when we were growing up, but we allow it to be in a fun way. So we create activities that help them comprehend the information in a way that they can receive, right? And so we do things like that. We have out of school programming. So whenever the school is closed, especially DCPS, we are open. If you want to know the days that the school is closed, we do have some slips over there and we are open. We have specialized activities for each of those days. But if you'd like any more information, please come over there with us. We've been open since 2020. We were birthed out of the pandemic. We started as a learning pod for parents who wanted a safe space for their children to still get on Zoom. And now we have become this full programming. So again, my name is Raven Granberry. I'm the program director and I'll be over there to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
All right, I would like to shout out a couple of people. I would like to shout out Miss Donetta Lewis. She has been my chauffeur. She's gone to pick up some items for me when I couldn't be there. I truly appreciate you. I also would like to shout out Miss Melissa Lou, my go-to person when I want to know more things behind or get some insight on what I don't have already. And I would like to thank my entire board for all that they do as well. Thank you. Also, we got a huge donation from the Eastern Star. They brought a whole bunch of food supplies and they assured me that anything that Barnard Elementary School needed, that they are willing to help. Yes, thank you. So now we will review and vote on our budgets. All right.
I think everyone got this sheet, but if you didn't, put your hand up so Liza can hit you up with this one pager. Okay, cool. Thank you, Liza. All right. So what you have in front of you is just a down and dirty rundown of what our proposed budget is for the year and what the actuals are for fiscal year 23 and 24. So this is just very top line. We do have an itemized budget. It's not a secret. It's just very detailed. So I didn't bring it here today, but if you do want to see that, please reach out to us at barnardbearsPTA@gmail.com. I'm happy to send it to you. And so in terms of the paper in front of you, which is more simplified, if you're looking at the chart with the blue bars on it, so the left side is our proposed budget, the fiscal year 24-25 projections that we're proposing to you today to vote on, versus the right side, which is the fiscal year 23 to 24 actuals. We really, last year was almost like an experimental year for us. We didn't know how much resources it would take to run this nonprofit that we call Barnard PTA, which we do very much run as a nonprofit. We are a 501c3, we have an EIN number, we have to pay taxes, all of that. So we are working towards being, big time and having resources so we can bridge the gap for what our community needs, because we are a Title I school and we know that we have families and children who need our help and support. And so that's what we do here. So I am pleased to report that we raised nearly $60,000 last year, which is incredible. Now, I will say the interesting details about that was that we had $10,000 come in last year in terms of a restricted donation. That was a huge anonymous donation that was given to Dr. Reed to use at her discretion. So we are still holding on to that in our bank account. So that's what you will see in our numbers, is that we carried over that $10,000. Dr. Reed has told us to continue to hold on to this money. And so we will work with her and see how we can collaborate with her to spend it. But we do have $10,000 still restricted that we're hanging on to, just to let you know. I am not, as you see in this column for 24-25, I am not projecting restricted money, because even though we are so grateful for this anonymous donation, the goal is to have unrestricted money come in so we can spend it how we need to in our community. So that's the big difference between the 2 years. I'm projecting $45,456 to be fundraised by the fundraising committee and all of you lovely people who care very deeply about our school and our kids. So pretty much things are fairly even in terms of fundraising from dues and donations, and then also fundraising from events. So I'm projecting fairly static fundraising. And so we have big shoes to fill and to do it all over again this year. And we hope to do it. That's the goal, right? Because we don't want to scale back what we've been spending money on. Because this is money that we need to be spending, but because it takes the burden off of a lot of our teachers, who we found out are actually spending quite a bit of money out of their own pocket to subsidize the events at this school. And we need them to focus on caring for our kids, not for financially supporting the school. So that's why we need to fundraise resources. So if you look at the expenses column below that, expenses part of the budget, we have about $2,000 for PTA administrative expenses that we've slated, which is a little bit of an increase from 23-24. So $2,095 versus $1,421. So there's a little bit of an increase. We have that because now that we have so many individual donors who are actually not necessarily part of the Barnard community, a lot of the money we raise from individual donors have come from DC communities, not necessarily in Petworth, and then out of state. So what we want to do is make sure that we have a robust acknowledgement and stewardship program. So we've slated a little bit of money for thank you letters and other things, just to be able to steward our donors, because we need them to give again this year. So that's really important. We also have a line item for staff community. A lot of this is teacher appreciation efforts, because we want to make sure our teachers are happy, because they are excellent and they deserve all of the flowers and all of the, food and just everything that we can do for them to keep them motivated, keep morale up, to appreciate them the way that they deserve to be appreciated. And so we have a little bit lower in terms of expenses compared to last year, but still a very robust teacher appreciation line. And then last but not least, we have our well, actually, that's not the last one, PTA. Second to last is our student community, which is one of our most important and biggest expenses that we have. The student community line is, the majority of this is for events. So, anything involving anything on Class Dojo, where you have the Hispanic heritage celebrations, you have the Grand Canal picnics that are coming up, you have back to school events. We have so many events. It feels like we have an event every week at this school, and the PTA is working to subsidize those events. So we are hustling every single week almost to work with teachers and make sure that those events get funded so that our teachers aren't funding them, but also so we can take them up a notch and make sure that they're the best event for our scholars, that when we have literacy nights, we have math nights, that we are able to really blow it out, provide all the resources that we can for our scholars. We also have a line item for student needs. Again, we're a Title I school, so there are students who need uniforms, they need socks, underwear, they need deodorant. There are necessities that they need and that we provide, and we are happy to provide these needs. So if Ms. Montgomery comes to us or Coach Shea comes to us with a need for any students, we never say no. And I'm so excited that we don't say no. And that is what drives us every single day. We take care of our community. So there's a lot in the student community, but it's all things that you would be proud of. And last but not least, we have PTA, which the majority of the PTA other line are these meetings. So we provide childcare that costs money. We provide food that costs money. We provide other things that cost money. So we want to make sure to keep up these in-person meetings and provide the necessary support to allow folks to attend. And we think committing to things like childcare and food are really important so that people eat and that they can come and participate fully here. So in terms of expenses, we're a little bit lower on expenses this year as opposed to last year. We spent $47,403 on expenses. I'm projecting $46,821 this year. So it's fairly even. I've been calling this the status quo budget. We're gonna rock it out again this year. And so in terms of the carryover, what we hope to do is finish with a net balance of a little over $19,000. Remember, $10,000 of that is our principal's fund. That's the restricted money for Dr. Reed. So we're carrying that over and keeping that safe for her. She may choose to use that this year or not, but we're projecting, of course, to have that in there as cushion in our bank account, which would mean that our net balance truly for unrestricted money is a little over $9,000. And that is the carryover that we were given from the previous board for the 22-23 school year. So we felt like it was only fair that we mapped out those resources for the next board for 25-26. So they had at least $9,000 to work with when we have a new board come in next year. And if we can leave them with more, that would be excellent, but that's what we're hoping to leave them. And so what that means is 81% of our costs are allocated to support student and staff community. So I think that is, I personally, as someone who did the budget, I think that makes sense. I think that that is what we should be doing. And again, I think this is a very ambitious budget, but we were able, again, we have 1 year where we were proven to be able to do this and achieve this level of fundraising success. And we are going to do everything we can to keep this rolling. So, questions, reflections.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for your support. Yeah. For unrestricted, that means that we can spend that money on anything we choose. So we bring in unrestricted money and restricted money. So for instance, restricted. Okay, great question. So for instance, we did have a restricted gift this year that wasn't the $10,000, but another anonymous donation. And that person chose how to spend that money. So for instance, she chose to spend it on books or classrooms specifically. So there basically it's a situation where the donor specifically directs where they want the money to go. So it's not a terrible thing because it's of course money that goes into our community, but as a nonprofit organization, it's always best if we have unrestricted money so that we can direct where that money goes. If that makes sense. Yes, and so this $10,000 restricted money that we're still hanging on to, again, that was money that Dr. Reed brought in. So we are holding that for her and we continue to touch base with her on what her plans are. And she just keeps telling me to hold it for her and then she's thinking about it. So I will keep you guys updated on how that transpires. Yeah. All right, any other questions for me? All right, well, I can't thank you enough for your time and attention. And so I need to now have a vote from our community to adopt this budget and for us to operate off of for the next year.
I propose a motion that we adopt the budget as proposed by Tiffany Reed.
I second it.
Agreed.
Thank you.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Any opposed? Okay, those of you watching online, you can take a moment and share your yes or no to the budget as well.
Is there, are there any questions online?
No, not about the budget.
Okay. Oh, great, thank you.
Okay, a couple of approves are coming in from the live stream.
Thank you, live streamers.
I think we can declare the vote approved.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I don't know, are you gonna go over this? Okay, perfect. All right, thank you.
Okay, the budget is passed.
Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Yes, so there was another donation that was for 5,000 that was restricted, and we're already, basically, we've already spent that money at this point, so we didn't carry it over to this fiscal year, just the $10,000 in the principal's fund. Yeah, great question, thank you. All right,
What are you passing it out?
okay. Does anybody need an annual report?
So we made our first annual report. And it builds on what Tiffany just told you about last year and basically gives it to you in writing. All the different things she described about how we support the student community, what the PTA administrative expenses are, and what are the different ways we raise that money. Also, it has a little short description of the volunteer support that we've offered the school, and there's more. And then I want to point to a very specific number, PTA members, 118. Just before I got here, I looked at the database and we had 110 members for this year. That's great. But we need more members this year than we had last year because we have 577 students in the school. At a conservative estimate, that's 300-400 families. So we really want to represent the majority of the families as members. And that means that members will get more communications from us on issues of importance to the PTA. Very occasionally, we might have a member discount on something we're selling. But most importantly, it means that we represent you most directly and that your voice is included when we are speaking with the administration, with the Board of Education, with the district council. So if you are not yet a renewed member for this year, please go online tonight and do it right now. By the end of tonight, we should be past 118. I'm not going to close the doors and force you not to leave. I'm just going to tell you. Take a moment and do it.
What's the website to go there?
BarnardPTA.com. It says it right on the bottom of your annual report. BarnardPTA.com. You can also snap a picture of the QR codes for join to become a member over on the front table. We actually also have some paper forms for becoming a member. If you use the paper form, which is fine, make sure you give it to us, one of us, along with your $10, which can be check or cash tonight. All right, back to Ms. Sanders to close us out.
All right. Does anyone have any questions? Suggestions?
So we have a fabulous Barnard PTA website that updates all the things about PTA and a lot of things about the school. The school website struggled last year with elapsing, I think, of the domain and some hackers. So I would love to be helpful in getting us a new website and maybe start a website committee for the school. And we'll want volunteers to do all of those things because I know how to do 0 of them, except like write content for the website. So I'll send a message, but if they don't have any website skills, I think we should have a school directory with headshots like all of our neighborhood schools do. And I know they're eager to know who to with who when they come in. They haven't had a chance to interact with our wonderful staff. And to me, the updates could even lead from the PTA website, but just the baseline of who we are as a community. When a parent wants to know information or other teachers who might be interested in working here, I think it's important for us to have. So I would love to start a committee to help with that. I would love help if you are interested in a website as well.
Excellent, thank you, thank you. Are there any other suggestions? Yeah.
So in the one, this is specifically for the pre-K scholars.
Yeah.
At times we button up in the morning, we still have like a ton of energy, and we generally stay in the cafeteria with some drawings. We'd like to know the possibility of doing technical do access to the generator, set the water on, just to get that increased energy out.
Well, I know that, that's the allotted place for before care at this time. I'm not sure if there'll be a different location, maybe in the future. But because teachers have to gather in their sections, like the PE teachers need access to the gym. Like maybe before you even see them, even before classes to prepare for the day, for the morning. So that would, it may be kind of a challenge, but not to say there won't be some type of change in the future. But as of right now, that's the allotted section for before care. Yeah, but Ms. Granberry also offers a wonderful before and after care program as well, and out of school time as well, if you would like that for an option. Ms. Granberry, Ms. Raven Granberry, she has information of, yes, additional information. Yes.
In the before care, and they don't have this barrier here, and she let them run around. So I think it's something new this year.
So this actually isn't new, it was kind of malfunctioning last year, so that's why it was open. So it's actually two separate rooms, that we needed as a multi-purpose. So everyone really needs their own section, so that they can flow. Yeah, so now, so Shay, Coach Chris, have their PE class, and then the cafeteria, you have the instruction.
What is your possibility?
Their possibilities are all the way over for the
Ms. Sanders, reminder to please repeat the questions into the mic so the people online can hear.
Any more questions, suggestions, superpowers? All righty. So as a thank you to all of you for coming out today, I would like to give you all one of these elites Barnard Elementary School pins. Okay. Thank you for coming out. You could have chosen anywhere else to be this evening with the mucky weather and more so, but I'm glad you came here today. And if there, also, our monthly produce market is this Friday. This Friday, and it's every third Friday of the month after then, unless something changes in the schedule. So come on out, usually starting at 12, but if you're already here for Grandparents' Day, then you're already here. Okay, no other questions? Oh, so the produce market is through the Capital Area Food Bank, where they bring fresh produce and whatever else they may have that service our community and our families or anyone who may be in need. Particular life, good stuff, good produce. Okay. Any other questions? Suggestions?
Don't forget to sign on and.
Once going twice.
Please pay your dues, become a member of the most elite membership in Washington District of Columbia, the best school in DC Public Schools, Barnard Elementary School. They're hoping those. Thank you. Yes. Oh, it's not gonna be this Friday? Oh, pardon me, pardon. Pardon me, I had the right week, but it starts in October. Please pardon me, you all. Alrighty, no more questions? Well, our first meeting for the school year 2024-25 is adjourned. Have a wonderful evening. I'm gonna bring you your pins as well. Thank you.
Someone was asking if they could pick up print up from the office. They could pick up print up. Or do you know who that is?